Hindu art. And the Newari, because they live in Nepal, which is right in between Tibet and India, their art's a cross between the two. Because they're very because they're not kind of in any one group, they're very eccentric, and they're going through a whole realism movement. So if you look at the figures there, they're all they're aiming for a type of realism with the deities, with the images of the deities. You can see how, like, where if you look at some just straight Tibetan artwork, it's very two-dimensional. If you look at the straight Hindu artwork, it's very almost cartoony. Where it's a mix of the cartoon, it's a mix of the geometry, yet they're aiming for realism, which I enjoy.
That's interesting. But you can find parallels with Western Christian art. Because you look at the Orthodox Greek and Russian arts, very the two-dimensional Tibetanish style, and then you've got the Renaissance Florence and those guys. It's all very real, and you see every muscle and the blood splurting out and everything.
Do you want some chai, sir?
Huh?
Do you want some chai?
Yeah, please. Are you making some?
Yeah.
So how do you spell Chhinnamasta?
Chinna. Masta, Masta, and it's a long A, so put a line over that A. Chinnamastaya Namaha. Now the concept of Chhinnamasta is
So that's a long
because it ends it with A and then you add it Aya, so it's a double A, which becomes a long A. So the general concept of Chhinnamasta is she removes the afflictions of Rahu. And because she's Nila Shakti, meaning she's Tama Shakti, a Kali Rupa, she destroys whatever's there. So when you worship the Nila Shakti of a Graha, it removes the negativity, it purifies that planet. So Chhinnamasta is used to purify all the negativity of Rahu. Being confusion, being stuck in your head too much, grasping, being confused or deluded. Let's see. Any unclarity caused by lying to yourself is removed by Chhinnamasta. What's your Rahu's your Atmakarka though?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, because it's Atmakarka, the worship of Chhinnamasta is going to be very painful for you. Because basically whenever you worship a Nila Shakti, the Charakarka it's associated with is purified. It purifies that planet, and the Charakarka is also purified. So, for example, my mother is my Rahu is my Matrikaraka. When I started worshiping Chhinnamasta, my mother started to go a little crazy, and I actually had to stop the sadhana, and I won't do the sadhana again until I'm older and I'm not gonna and I won't have that problem. But literally, because I started to purify Rahu, and I'm purifying my own mother in some regards, and so she's has to go through the suffering of that purification. And in respect, it would purify certain aspects of myself, but because everybody is a reflection of us, right? And so in order for us to purify a certain part of us, everything around us has to raise to another level. And so, but because it's your own Atmakarka, luckily it won't disturb anybody else, but your own self will, as you worship her, you'll start to, it'll be turning inside, it'll be churning you and purifying you and burning and hurting and bringing up all kinds of stuff from the Atma level. So
I felt that from the reading. I thought, God, on an objective level, that was really, I liked him, it was really good, but emotionally I felt all screwed up.
Yeah.
You know, I came home and I went for a long walk in the woods, and I was like, he told me to do that too.
Yeah.
He said you need to walk slowly in the woods, it's meditate in the forest, and you feel, you know, prana, breathing. And I had to do that when I got home. I felt so kind of caught up in my head. It's very negative. It's like Jack was saying, you know, you picked up one negative thing he said, is that that's the whole thing he said. It's like, it's true. That's probably Rahu. It got activated. It's like all I could think of was, I have no heart. I have no heart. I have. He said a ton of other things. I said, I know this is crazy, but it's like something inside feels really uncomfortable.
Well, Chhinnamasta will really work on that without a doubt. So but just be prepared for that.
Okay, it's good to know ahead of time.
Yeah, it's Pratipat now. It would have been nice if you got that 2 days ago.
You said Amavasya was yesterday. It's today, isn't it?
Amavasya was yesterday.
So it would be better to get it.
Yeah, it's connected to Amavasya at Chhinnamasta.
So starting the mantras on this would be okay?
So. You might as well start now, you know, but
I mean, it would be better on a dark moon.
Oh yeah.
Rather than a new moon.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Well, we're kind of on the other side of it.
So you start waxing her wings.
Yeah, waxing. Yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
Looks like a waning moon symbol.
Yeah. Sun right now is in Gemini. Yeah. And your A5 is where? A5 in your chart. Slow day.
I have to give you back. Hi. I have to give you back your. I made a copy of your Aruda articles. I got those in my. I think my A5's in my second house.
In the second house, what sign then?
What's my second house? Taurus.
Taurus. So, Sun just left.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. My second house is Leo.
It's in the third. Your A5?
A5's in the third? Yes, it's in the third.
In the third, and what sign?
Virgo.
In Virgo.
With Saturn.
Okay. It's in Virgo. So Taurus would have been really good.
It's A7.
Because best is always to start with Sun and trines to A5.
So the sun is.
Yeah, the Sun just
Kendra.
left trines, and it's in Kendra. What about your Moon?
In Gemini.
It's in Gemini. Well, you might as well start the Nama mantra. It's a simple mantra anyway.
The Chhinnamasta?
Yeah, it's just a Nama mantra. So there's one or two more complex mantras that are more specific with bijas. And that when the Sun goes through Virgo, make a note.
Okay.
We should talk about that. The new moon when the Sun is in Virgo.
That would be the time to start.
A little bit more.
More
Getting more complex with that. And the particular new moon that is associated with Chhinnamasta is the new moon when the Sun is in the exaltation of Rahu, which is Taurus. So, I mean, we're just a month off. So, basically, Sun in Taurus next year, which will be about, we just missed it, May, June. That's when you should begin a full Chhinnamasta sadhana.
That's where my sun is, too.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's, But did you follow what I said?
When the sun
Chhinnamasta is connected to Rahu.
Okay. Oh, that's what's exalted.
So, when we get the new moon, which means the Sun and Moon conjunction, in the sign of the exaltation of Rahu,
Gotcha.
that's when the sadhana of that Devi is begun.
Okay.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay.
Good. Studying?
Studied on our way over here. It's, you can never study enough.
No.
Go listen to the tapes.
Nadu says hi.
TK.
You get there okay?
Tell what was anything you want to share?
Yeah, he did a reading and he was
Yeah,
like,
I know.
I have these open portals and that's why I have spirits visiting me and it's interfering with my wealth.
On which level are portals open?
There's a lower level. I mean,
So they're lower because you she was talking. I have portals open. Her hands are up here. You just said I have portals open. You're down in
open here and up here, but I need to close out the ones in the body.
the patala. Yeah.
So it gave things for me to do.
Because
that.
lower deities come from
Yeah, they're like
below.
ghosts. Yeah, they're not. They're taking my prana.
Uh-huh.
And the ghosts come through people because I can get people who will latch onto me as well.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, the ghosts are using the person to get to you to get the prana. So, but he said that I had this connection with the goddess Pratyanda, but it's the solar goddess. It's about the solar nadi.
Yeah.
And so I talked about wanting to do other esoteric types of work, and he's like, you're doing the solar energy thing. You need to do that. That's your karma right now.
Which
The solar-
The solar energy, the solar installation business. It's so hot right now, the industry. So.
Did he say anything about the matrix stuff that you did?
I talked about the energy work. He's like, the solar stuff, that's what I was supposed to be doing. I didn't want to be messing around in the lower realms unless I was a shaman. I asked, it was like, I wasn't supposed to be doing that stuff. So, and I had to, so the remedy was I had to make these clay figurines. And then I would go to the beach, and because I guess he wanted me to do something about Leonardo Parvati, but he said I could put him in the ocean. But I used to go to the beach.
Say that again. Do something about.
Take clay and make figurines out of them.
Oh.
Because it had to do with sealing my
Yeah.
portals. And then I had to fire it in a fire at the beach or something.
Yeah.
Put this in the car.
But and then that would help.
No mark.
And then I had to do sesame oil treatment as well.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear a thing. So,
It was cool. I was just yeah, I love this stuff. Well, yeah, and then he was doing the mantra and the invocation. I didn't know what he was saying, right? And he had this fabric with these writings on it.
he did the rice thing?
Yeah, he takes the rice, you did something, and then you hold your hand out and drop it on the thing, and then he reads it. But you
guys
could see
have
that
that
the goddess.
Not from Nandu.
Yeah. You could see
Did you do that whole rice thing with him?
Yeah, we did some rice. He did.
Some rice stuff
He
on
did
this.
some rice stuff where he was moving prana with the rice.
Yeah. So you could see the goddess come up out of the fabric. I mean, I could feel it.
Yeah.
It was so cool. I mean, he really just is working with the spirits, So it was great. So I took my notes. I'm writing as quickly as I
you
could.
took notes.
Good morning.
It was one of
So
my
you-
jobs,
So you were supposed to make clay figurines and do what with them?
I have to fire them in a fire.
Okay.
He said I could
Like
go to a
burn them
kiln.
or kill
No,
them?
then throw them into the ocean. Yeah. Because I said I live 1 block from the beach, and he's like, oh, because he wanted to know if I had a garden or something on my property that I could use, and I don't. It's all, the landlord, it's got it all manicured and all that way. That's Virgo, the 4th house, little part, right? So, anyway,